Very good.
Okay, today is September 10th, 2018, the Village of Stryker regular council meeting at 6 p.m. Tonight, leading us in prayer is Mr. Steve Heatwold from Buckport Mennonite Church. Sir?
Shall we pray? Dear God in heaven, we thank you that we have this opportunity to live in this land, in this state, and in this community. Lord, we just ask for your wisdom in providing for the care of every citizen here. May the council here do what is proper and right for the care of every person in the community. And Lord, may we see good things happen and the community grow according to your will. We ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Tonight, leading us in the pledge is Mr. Roger Whelan, a veteran of the Army. Sir?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you both. Appreciate it, you guys. Roll call.
Armstrong?
Yes.
Cameron?
Yes.
Benner?
Present.
Blevins?
Yes.
Overland?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
That leads us into looking for an approval for the minutes of 8/13/2018.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from 8/13/18.
A second?
I'll second.
And roll call.
Cameron?
Yes.
Benner?
Yes.
Blevins?
Yes.
Overland?
Yes.
Thompson?
Yes.
Armstrong?
Yep. Looking for a motion to accept the minutes of 9/17 of 18. Is there a motion?
I move to accept the minutes.
Yeah. Is there a second?
I'll second.
For approval, is there any questions for Beth? Beth, did you have anything that you wanted to comment on?
That's the Records Commission minutes, and we got rid of,
No, just on finance. Right now.
oh, you're on finance?
Or the
Oh,
finance
okay, I thought you
report.
said- oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were doing that. The revenue for, since last meeting was 87,600, and our expenses were 81,275. So we gained a little.
Okay, then roll call to approve the minutes of 9/7/18.
Benner?
Yes.
Blevins?
Yes.
Overland?
Yes.
Tompkins?
Yes.
Armstrong?
Yeah.
Cameron?
Yes.
Then that leads us into communication. Got a note here from Mr. Darrell Goebel. Many of you know the Good Neighbor Award was presented to him. He sent a letter, we know that, or a card. He was not able to attend due to how he was feeling and some medical conditions that was happening at the time. But he did send a thank you note saying that he was honored and humbled to receive that award. That one we will get with him sometime and get that presented to him. That way it's out there in the public because well deserved for him. So there is that note up here, or the card from him. So please feel free to take a look at that. The other thing that I have on communication, the Stryker Heritage Day, huge success. Huge success. It took many people to put that together. It took many people to work that. So amazing job by many people, the residents here, just for the simple fact that it kind of got thrown together last minute. Even though the storm was coming in, it did kind of quit right beforehand, and it was still a little ugly at the beginning, but then it turned out to be fairly decent. So big success. Looking forward to next year with it. I'm understanding we got some notes already of things that we want to change or tweak a little bit. But overall, I would say it was successful. So thank you for the people who did that. The other thing that we need to look at is the trick or treat date. Halloween is on a Wednesday this year. I did look at the school calendar, there is nothing the Friday night or Saturday prior to. I did not look after that. So when would we want to do trick or treat? Any thoughts? We always get asked by the fire department, they do their items, and then I know some churches do some things as well.
27, the Saturday before.
27th? Is that what we want to set it as? And do you remember what hours we used before, Beth?
I do not.
Don't either.
6 to 7.
I thought it was 6 to 7, 7 or
I thought
7:30.
it was 6 to 7:30.
That's what it sounds like.
6 to 7:30?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be good.
6 to 7:30 on 27 October. Okay. Got it? Okay. Then that leads us into Christmas decorations. We go from eating all kinds of candy to right into opening gifts. So with that, I know Beth has worked a little bit with that. She kind of headed it up last year with all the lights and things that we had going on, which was amazing. Why don't you talk about that a little bit, Beth?
Well, I just wanted, we called the decoration company I did today. We removed the big pine tree out there that we had decorated, and I asked them about decorating the flowering pear tree that's a little bit closer instead. And they said, yeah, that was very doable. And then we could get, like, he said he'd bring a waving Santa or a waving snowman and put in that corner. She said same price as last year. They had a couple cables break, that was across the streams across the roadway, that they're replacing those. He said he'd bring a couple, or he has replaced them, and they will be coming either
Well, those are, okay.
they will be coming the first or second week in November. We're early on the schedule. He said you don't have to light them, but that's when they come this way because they're from Jonesville, Indiana, and they they come into Ohio. They do 30, 40 different entities. So I asked him where we were fitting on it. He's like, we're one of the third or fourth down on the list.
And then with that, what decorations are being put up on the poles? Is that something that they're going to just rotate through?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It'll basically probably be the wreaths, and what we picked last year is kind of what he's planning on this year too, alternating what we had last year. on
Any
the poles.
compliments on the decorations from last year? Do you guys remember that? Kind of
I
cool
guess
walking back or going through it.
my question was like, when do you want to do like what we did last year where we had hot chocolate and carolers? Because I've been asked by the Baptist church when we were doing that, and if we want to set up some carolers. We had done it the first after Thanksgiving. I think we'd done it that next day or so and lit the tree, and I don't know if you wanted to do that again.
You mean on Black Friday?
That's
Like that weekend, or are you talking the next weekend?
I think we did it that Monday or Tuesday,
Okay.
like the 26th or 27th or because I know we checked them out, or the guys checked and made sure they were lighted and everything, and then we left them off until we did that.
What we could do is we could hold off on saying when it was, but I would say it'd be right after the Thanksgiving sometime. We can get together and just, it was fairly easy to set up. Had a few people sing, a couple people speak.
I just had the carolers asking, they want to know in advance because they're scheduling where to go.
Can we give them an answer on the 12th, at the regular meeting,
Our next meeting?
that meeting, the 12th?
Yeah,
Is that soon enough?
I would think so, because that gives 6 weeks then. So, I think we can do that. Okay. Okay, what else with the lights? But yes, we will have some type of ceremony.
Are you gonna set the
No.
date at the October meeting?
We'll set it next week, or next month
Okay.
meeting. Okay. Anything else with that, Ben?
No, that's it.
That leads us into the citizens, and Gary?
Yes. I'd like to address the council if I may. Right?
Okay.
First of all, I thank you guys for doing a great job. What I try to keep up on, I know 4 of you, the 2 women I don't, but what I wanted to say is that, it's a thankless job, and I know that. I would like to go into executive session, if that's possible, to discuss land acquisition, which is allowed. So if that's good with you, it shouldn't take but about 10 minutes, and we have a couple questions, and then we can continue with your meeting.
So, council, if you want to go into executive to discuss a possible land acquisition,
Yes.
that would be a motion that you guys can make.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
And who we want in this one? Obviously solicitor.
I would do all everybody,
Everyone? Okay.
with the exception of the newspaper, that's
The
okay.
only one who has to leave.
You can use our office.
I know, you don't like me, you just act
Roll
like
call.
you do.
And you know the routine.
I do.
Blevins,
Yes.
Overland,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Cameron,
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
I would rather
It's
not.
back on.
Okay, looking for a motion to come out of executive.
I'll make a motion to come out of executive session.
Okay, and a second.
Second.
And can I make a copy?
And Lee. We'll talk about that here in a second. And motion.
Second.
And roll call.
Blevins,
Yes.
Overland,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Cameron,
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Now we're doing a motion for the litigation.
I mean, we can wait and do it later, I just thought since we're already in here, I
Okay.
guess I'll do it now.
If you guys want to give him now, I have this one because it was addressed to me as a no.
And I'll give it back.
What's that? Is that a requirement?
It's public record, Gary,
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you.
So at that point, we'll base it on there and then you can make other contact. Okay.
Okay, well, does
Thank you.
anyone else want their copies then?
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Do we want to bring her back in since we're out of?
Chief would like to go in again.
You want to go
for-
into
Do you
another
care, do you
executive?
mind since we're here already?
We can do that because I want to talk about the other one as well.
She wants to talk about some allegation, is there any other
Okay.
reason? Okay.
Looking for executive for a possible litigation.
Thank you.
So
All
you're,
right, thanks, Mayor.
Make a motion to go into executive for possible litigation.
And a second?
Second.
And roll call.
Overland,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Cameron,
Yes.
Benner,
yes.
Blevins.
Yes. I have a question.
Oh, do you want to know?
Oh, no, turn it off.
Okay, need a motion to come out of executive.
Make the motion.
And a second? Second. And roll call.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong, Cameron,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Blevins,
Yes.
Overland.
Yes.
Okay, next citizens, we have village solicitor. Did you have something for council?
Just the easements regarding the water line, I think we have 2 of the 3 easements signed. I anticipate having the 3rd one signed, by the end of this week, signed and recorded. I'm hoping to have, the goal is to have them signed and recorded by the end of this week, so. And I have been in touch with the engineer's office, regarding them, and they've been really helpful in getting me the information that I needed. So they're all prepared, ready to be, or signed, and then we have one more that we're waiting on, but I think it'll be signed and recorded by the end of this week.
And you want to discuss the easements just a little bit more as a refresher of what we're
Oh,
looking
I'm
for?
sorry, yep. They're 10-foot water easements that are basically, from what I understand, and Alan, you can help me out a little bit more. From what I understand, they're gonna be within 10 feet or so of the existing water lines, but right now, we only have one water line that's actually working. So if it would go, if something would happen to it, there would be no water that would be able to be conveyed. So they wanted to get another one installed.
It stops before the railroad. What we're replacing is under the railroad.
So if
And the way I recall, there was never an easement there, correct?
Right, there was never an easement. So basically, if something would have happened prior to Beth figuring this out, the village wouldn't have been able to go, they would be trespassing if they would have went onto the property. And so these are very important legally to actually get done, so.
Okay, so that's for the water line underneath. I was thinking there's two, and then was, okay. So definitely, and when do we think that work is gonna be going?
Well, once these easements get recorded, and I think they're working on a permit from the railroad, because you have to have a permit since we're going under it, which my understanding is supposed to be coming super soon. They wanna bid it as soon as, these get recorded and that permit and try to get it done, I would think this next.
This
next
year,
month.
yeah.
Yeah, yes, definitely this
Definitely
year.
This year.
We're hoping to get it in this next month while the weather's still decent and everything. It's probably gonna be about a 2-week project, you think, maybe?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, any questions for the solicitor or Alan on that? Okay. We just did the committee reports, which was we had the Records Commission on 8/13/2018. That should have been in your packet as well. Is there a motion to accept the Records Commission minutes on 8/13/2018?
I'll make the motion to accept the Records Commission votes.
Is there a second?
A second.
And with that, Beth, did you have anything that you wanted to add since you are our minute taker and the lead?
Just we met and we went over the schedules that we have to keep for the Ohio Historical Society, documenting what we were destroying. And there was like 10 bins that they came and they shred on site after we had the Record Commission meeting. So that's it. It cost us $270, and we probably won't have to do it for a couple years because there's a minimum like of 3 bends that you need to do for $95. So that's $25 every one after. So I'm on a schedule now, so we have a record retention of how long we keep everything and when we can get rid of it.
Okay, any questions for her? And roll call.
Armstrong?
Yeah.
Cameron?
Yes.
Benner?
Yes.
Levin?
Yes.
Overland?
Yes.
Tompkins?
Yes.
Then that leads us into the Finance Committee meeting. It's that time of year to start thinking about next year's budget. Beth is involved in that one, President's involved in that one. Myself, Brooke, and Vicky. Louise will lead on that one. For the other 3, more than welcome to come to those as well. The door is always open, even if it's not your committee, to come to those. When would be a good time to set a meeting up?
I want to do it pretty soon, though. Like either next Monday or following Monday.
That's kind of what I was thinking about.
You got other meetings coming up?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say the next one before the next council meeting, but we have something else then, so,
It could be next Monday.
17th.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be fine. Either the 17th, 14th works for me. I'm working on it, I'm halfway through it, the actual
I'm
budget.
good on the 17th. What time would you guys like to go? Number 6? 17th at 6 p.m. a finance meeting. Okay. Good. And then that will put us into the old business. I'm going to turn this over to Alan as far as with Curtis Street sidewalk.
We were notified on the East Curtis Street sidewalk project from Maumee Valley that we had extra funds available. And the contractors were all done with the concrete work and moved out, but they didn't finish the seeding and dirt work. So we called them back and they come back and we can spend, how much more was it? Approximately seven?
Yeah, between 6 and 7.
Around between 6,000 and 7,000 more.
Okay.
So we re-walked the sidewalks, found some more that was not terrible, but it needed replaced. So along with that, there is 2 trees gonna be replaced that were removed for the sidewalk. Plant 2 new trees and all seeding and sow new grass in yet this fall, so.
Okay. Good. Doesn't happen very often,
no.
so that's good
And
news.
actually, that was 0 out of pocket, correct, Beth?
I do.
Okay, good. Good. Definitely an improvement with the sidewalks. Okay, that's gonna lead us into the legislation. Make sure I have the right one. Looking for the resolution of 09 TAC 2018 TAC 06 state budget surplus suspend. Looking to suspend the rules for that. Is there a motion to suspend the 3 reading?
I move to suspend the rules on resolution 09-2018-06.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
And roll call?
Cameron,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Blevins,
Yes.
Overland,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong.
Yes. Look for a motion to pass resolution 09 TAC 2018 TAC 06.
Do we have questions ahead of time or
I'm
after?
gonna do it right after we do the motions. I'll do the questions. Is there a motion?
Move to pass resolution 09-2018-06.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, any questions on resolution 09 TAC 2018 TAC 06?
Yes.
Okay.
So with this surplus that our governor has, he's looking to reduce our withholding. And what this is looking to do is, I guess I'm trying to figure out, when we vote on this, if we vote yes to pass it, I mean, are other municipalities doing the same thing? What's the likelihood that this is going to come back and it will be redistributed to municipalities?
Well, the city of Bryan passed it, I know Ohio Municipal League, which all the villages are in, is who sent it to me, and they were suggesting that everyone pass it, but it's probably, highly, I would like to say that they're gonna get them all and be like, yeah, we have a surplus and let's not cut. See, what happened is, like 2011, they cut local government funding, which is what comes back to the entities. And so all these entities in Ohio Municipal League, we're just saying, hey, you cut us, now you have a surplus, give it back. Because they cut like 14% out of our general fund of revenue. So, and they recently changed the tax laws to where everybody's paying ahead, and they're ahead on collecting, and have the surplus in the budget. So all the entities are just trying to go together and say, hey, if you have a surplus and you've cut our budget, give it back to us. Whether it will get anywhere, don't know, but at least, it's just what they're doing. It's kind of, just saying, if you have a surplus and you cut us, why not give it back to us?
Do we have, I think I read that it'll be like 127 million, I believe was the surplus amount. Do we have any idea if he does say, okay, yeah, we're gonna do that? Do we have any inkling of what we might actually get back?
No, because it passes through from the state down to the county, and then there's fees and all that's taken out, and then it's distributed equally among how many entities in the county, so, I mean, I just know roughly what was, I can show you what was roughly taken from about 2000, it actually started about 2008, 2009 to now, but the big year was 14% one year, was a big hit. So, like I said, over the last few years, we've lost a total of 41 altogether. And that's since about 2008. How he would distribute it, how it would be given, no, we don't know. Or even if it would, this is just basically saying we'd like it to happen.
Otherwise, basically, any Ohio citizen is going to benefit from a reduction in their taxes. Is that how it's?
They have a surplus right now, and then we're just trying to get some of it back. The
Okay.
likelihood of it coming back, we don't know, but we're hoping this will help. How it would get distributed, we don't know, or even if it would.
But what he's anticipating, or what Governor Kasich is looking at, if I'm reading it correctly, is he's looking to give it back as a withholding, to give the citizens of the Ohio, like credit, or I don't know what you would call it, credit or something.
At this
on
time,
the withholding.
I'm not sure.
No.
At this point, what's going to happen with that
I did a little
147?
bit of research on it, but I still wasn't quite clear on.
What's going to happen with in this case, it's showing 147 million. How it gets distributed, we don't know. We're just hoping as a village that we could get some of that back. Any other questions for Beth? Okay, then with that, roll call.
Benner,
Yes.
Levin,
Yes.
Overland,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Cameron.
Yes.
Then that's going to move us into ordinance 2018 tax 04 codified ordinance, looking to suspend the rules. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules.
And a second.
I'll second.
And roll call.
Levens,
Yes.
Overland,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Cameron.
Yes.
Looking to, for,
I missed one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Majority. We got
Benner,
majority. Good
I'm
one.
sorry.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
and I played right with it.
Missed me.
Uh,
Missed you.
Looking for a motion to pass ordinance 2018 tax 04 codified ordinance. Is there a motion?
Make a motion to pass ordinance 2018-04.
Then you won't forget it.
And a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any questions on 2018 tax 04? Beth, do you have anything you want to add to this?
Just that Emily and I updated your green books that are in your drawers with, all the replacement pages. We send off the water drain, and this is what this is, and they put it in your green book.
Did they just change the numbers, or did they change the actual?
They changed the actual pages, that was about that thick. The biggest changes were the, income tax collection, that was 60 pages. So, to change when people have to pay their estimates and all that. So that's, and it was a little bit more expensive this year because of that 60 pages of changing for the income tax.
Any other comments before we vote? And roll call.
Oberlin,
Yes.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Cameron,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Levin.
Yes.
Okay, that was 6 by my count.
Thank you, Beth.
Just so you are aware, it's, with these updates, when do those come through on the computer? When does the computer get updated?
He said he had them updated last month,
So,
so they're all on there.
So any of the items that are village related, you can go to Stryker Village website or webpage, and you can pull up all the ordinances. They are searchable,
I reviewed it this afternoon.
so, yeah. Great tool that came in about
Yes.
6 years ago, I think. Great tool there. Then that's going to lead us into village officials. Who wants to go first, Alan?
We've pretty much covered the Christmas lights. As far as the pine tree has been removed, we do plan on planting, I don't know if it'll be this fall or next spring, we're gonna put a new tree out there to replace the pine tree. So, other than that, we were talking about putting some kind of a Christmas decoration, lighted decoration on the ground in that area also. The leaf pickup will begin mid-October, not sure exactly what date, depending on when the guys get the leaf back on and up and running. So, as we see, leaves are starting to fall, so that will be coming up soon.
Too soon.
Yes, that's about all I have.
Any questions for Alan?
I got one for you, I was gonna reach out over, but, I guess I'll have you look at it. I noticed the striker banner that we had put up, the one that's down in front of the Dollar General store,
Okay.
on that pole, it's off that bracket about that far, it's
It
ripped.
slid out, or it's ripped?
It looked like to me, ripped.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I just noticed one rip.
It's by the Dollar General.
Yeah, that pole right there by the house.
We'll get that taken care of.
Alan, do you do the maintenance on the fire hall
Yes.
up here?
Oh, that fire hall?
Yes.
No.
Okay. My wife mentioned the other day that she holds Zoom classes in there,
Okay.
and the air conditioning isn't working.
That's a township building.
Yeah, the chief's working on it.
Okay. That's all I need. Thank you. Thank you.
It's gonna be fixed.
Anything else for Alan? Okay, Mr. Slusher, Chief of Police.
Well, first of all, I've had a couple of opportunities to go see Gene Kretz, and I'm just letting you folks know that he does send his best for you folks. He specifically asked me to pass on to council that he misses home, and he's looking forward to getting back there pretty soon. So I mean, just within the last week or so, he's I think he looks 10 times better than he did last week. He's in great spirits. The man has a lot of heart and a lot of determination, and I think it's going to take some time for him. But if there's any one man that I know that can pull himself through this, it's going to be Gene Kretz. There's no doubt in my mind. The man's a warrior, and I love him, and he's going to be all right. So. So yeah, he just wanted me to pass on to you folks that he's thinking about you too. So as far as what obviously you can see by my letter, I have 3 in the academy right now, 3 commitments for soon to be. Should I brief them on that?
I don't know if it's.
Okay, well,
we don't know the news.
A young man that happens to be in Al's kind of family.
Seeing my daughters.
Just dating right now. Logan Clevidence, Logan Friesner, Zachary Blue. Friesner and Blue are going to the Van Wert Academy, and Logan Clevidence is going here to the Northwest State Academy. So, yeah, looking forward to having those guys around, later on, next year. So. As far as the activities report, 86 calls for service since our last meeting, 26 traffic warnings, 5 citations, 2 adult arrests, and 1 juvenile arrest. So our numbers are up a little bit there, but a lot of that was from the Click It or Ticket campaign over the Labor Day weekend, or really for about 2.5 weeks worth of Labor Day. So, yeah, other than that, I don't have a whole lot.
It's definitely nice seeing new people coming. We've been struggling for quite a while.
Yeah.
Caused some pain, just because it was tough to find coverage.
Well, we've kind of, and I honestly, I attribute this to Phil Fairchild, is getting kind of our roots a little bit south, into Paulding County and Van Wert, because Phil went to the Van Wert Academy. And so he was talking to a couple of people, and that's the way we do things. I mean, it's all word of mouth. And you can put as many, hiring, you can go to the papers and do whatever you need to do. You can spend, a crap ton of money on advertising, but until you actually talk to somebody that works here and knows the climate here, you won't get people that are interested. And I think a lot of that honestly has to do with Phil, with him going to the Van Wert Academy, and he had a couple of friends that he went to the academy with. We got them up here, like Keith Hofe and Chris Howe, and then I got guys like Logan Friesner that is friends with Chris Howe, and they grew up together in the same, in Grover Hill. So now we got these two in the academy, and now they're going to start talking to their friends, and that's kind of the way, we're starting to expand our roots a little bit, and that's exactly what we need. So, and the fact that, we're putting more and more part-time officers in full-time positions. With Chris Howe going to the Paulding County Sheriff's Office, our latest one. So, yeah, we're in good shape right now.
Don't jinx it.
Well,
Don't jinx it.
well, I mean,
It's a cycle.
it is, and quite honestly, we'll probably be losing Keith Hope pretty soon. I mean, I'm going to say probably within the next couple months. He's probably going to be taking possibly a full-time position on the road with Paulding County. Right now, he's working in the courts. He's basically working as a bailiff. But after the meeting, I would like to talk to you, Mayor.
Okay.
About another potential situation. So, other than that, folks, any questions?
You guys did a nice job with the football game.
Actually, I just looked at you, Vicki, and I was thinking, yeah, I probably should bring that up. So, yeah, Lieutenant Treese and I worked the first ball game. A lot of traffic coming in and out of there. I thought it went fantastic with blocking Allison Street off. And then just this past week, we only had Adrienne Brown working. She was the only one working the road. And she said it went off without a hitch. She was able to put a barricade out for Allison Street. And she didn't have any issues. Did you see anybody coming down after the ball game? So obviously the word is out there. They're not going around it. And
they're getting out quick. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not that it's backed up, but
Right.
they're getting out quick, so
Yeah.
it worked well.
So, yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Good plan, chief.
Thanks.
Okay, Beth, did you have anything?
I did get that scholarship for the, treasurer's training, and that's October 3rd through the 5th. And then I am required to go to a 1-day, 8-hour training in Perrysburg on the 16th from the Auditor State's office, so I'll be out here and there this next month.
Okay, that leads us into the adjournment, but before we go there, we'll go around the table for any last items. We'll start here on my right.
I have nothing at this time, sir.
No, can't think of a thing.
Okay.
I have nothing.
Okay.
Please, Phil.
All right, motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second. And roll call, 6 of them.
Tompkins,
Yes.
Armstrong, Cameron,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Blevins,
Yes.
Oberlin,
Yes.
And Cameron.